Thanks for joining me at LALIK'S kitchen. Today we are going to cook fava beans. Fava beans is a good source of lean protein. It's full of nutrients and it's good for mental health. We are going to cook fava bean with my mom's recipe. She cleaned everything and she's going to help me and guide me how to cook the fava beans with Armenian recipe. Growing up, I never loved fava beans. It had a weird smell to it, but as I grew older, I loved fava beans. Now it's one of my favorites. I love it and I'm sure you're going to love it too. So I'm going to cook this with my mom and we're going to show you how it's done the Armenian way. So this is an Armenian recipe. Let's get started. We start with washing the fava beans. I'm going to wash it and my mom will clean it. I got this from the farmer's market this morning, but you can find this in any market. I'm inviting you to watch that video as well. I have a separate video for the farmer's market. My mom cleaned those and cut those to bite-sized pieces. She also cut some colorful peppers, one medium-sized onion, a few cloves of garlic, and we also need some dill. I'm adding some olive oil and pepper-infused oil onto the pan. If you don't have pepper-infused oil, you can add any kind of oil that you have. It doesn't have to be pepper-infused. Adding fava bean on top of the oil and cooking it. We have to cook the fava beans enough and it has to cook within its own steam. Then we will add the garlic and the onions. If we add that right now, it will burn. So we have to cook the beans first, then we will add the garlic and the onion. I'm closing the lid and it's going to cook with its own steam. But I have to stir it quite often because if I don't, it's going to burn. My mom tells me since it's cooking and it's getting softer, I don't need to stir it anymore. I have to put a towel on top and shake it because we don't want to mash it. So we don't want this to be mashed. I will let this simmer for a few more minutes. Then I will add the garlic and the onions. I'm closing the lid and I'm going to cook this until the onions and garlic are cooked. Then I will add the peppers. I have added the peppers. Now I'm adding a little more water because the liquid has evaporated. I'm adding a little more water. I'm also adding half a teaspoon of tomato paste. It's more to give it a color than taste. At this point, since it's cooked now, we can add salt and pepper as well. So I'm going to add my salt and pepper. The salt and pepper will be to your taste as much as you want. I will give it one more stir and continue cooking it. Our fava bean is ready. Before I turn it off, I'm adding the dill. I'm adding a frozen dill since I don't have the fresh one. But the market is around the corner. I'll go get the fresh dill and add it on a little later. So this is the frozen one. I opened it with water. But I prefer the fresh one, so I'll get it shortly and I will add it before I serve it. Fresh dill is the whole essence of this meal. So I will get the fresh one and I would suggest you get the fresh dill and use a fresh dill with this food. Okay, our food is ready and it smells so good. I can't wait to taste it, but I don't like to taste it while it's hot. I usually leave it to cool down, then I will plate it. It's not going to cool down completely, but I will let it cool down a little bit and then we'll taste it. Yes, I got the fresh dill and I added to my fava beans. It had cooled down. Not completely, but it's still warm, but it had cooled down. I don't like it boiling hot, and I plated it and I will taste it shortly. We usually put a dollop of garlic yogurt on top of this. It's a personal preference. I don't want to smell garlic, so I'm not going to put garlic yogurt on mine. But you can also add a dollop of yogurt without the garlic. It's a personal preference. You can add it or you can leave it off. So it's your personal preference. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you liked my recipe. Please hit that like button if you did like the recipe, and also subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and wonderful life. Bye bye.